All right, good afternoon. This is Becky Storts, and I'm making a video here to help us mess around or begin to mess around in Inqscribe. So what I'm going to do here is walk you through the first steps of getting into this program. So the first thing you do, obviously, you launch the Inqscribe program. Now, if you have the $39 the student version, you can do a little bit more with it, but really the free version you can do most of it too. Really, the only difference between the two is in the paid version, you can save it right as an Inqscribe file and reopen it. In the free version, you'll need to copy and paste each chunk of your transcript and then put it into a Word document in order to save it. So it does make it quite a bit easier to not have to do that continual save and copy and paste and that kind of stuff. But in here, what I've done, this is the paid version, so I can show you what to do. The first thing, obviously, you're going to want to do is import a file or add a file. So you can do it in two ways. Either click on the select media source and then just select a file from wherever in your computer that you have it. Or what I think is the easiest is literally just drag and drop into that folder. So if you have it in Dropbox, if you have it on Google Drive, if you have it on your laptop or your desktop, you can just drag it right in there and then it's there. Then once you have the file input, you're going to want to define your snippets. And these are the keypad or keyboard shortcuts that you can add things that you do often. So usually timestamps, so you can kind of see where it is. And then that timestamp will be directly linked to the audio. So at any point you can go back and listen to when you hit the hyperlink for it. And I'll show you what that looks like in a sec. So you define your snippets by editing. And so I'm going to edit my interviewer. So that's me. So I'm going to put my name. And then the snippet that will pop in each time, I'll just put my initials. Now, when you go up here, the triggers, that's basically what it is, the actual shortcut you use on your computer. So here, the default for mine is F6. That's fine. I'm going to keep that. It's a nice, easy one to smack with your finger. You can also, sorry, get back into edit, you can add a person. So this interview that I did is with Erin. So I'll put her name up there. And then speaker name, just put her initials. And she doesn't have a trigger, obviously, because she's a new person. So I'm going to define it. And you literally just press a key or button in order to give her. So I'll give her F7. And I've made changes on my laptop so I don't have to hit the FN function button. And that's just a preference setting so that I can just use my keys in one stroke instead of having to do two. So here's hers. And then you'll notice there's also an activity code. So what you can do here is you can also put in a snippet or a shortcut for something that you want to be typing a lot or you would be typing a lot. So for instance, if you put whisper or a hand gesture or a laugh. So we did quite a bit of laughing on this one. So I'm going to define, if I could spell, it'd be nice. I'm going to define laugh. And then that's as the activity as well. And then I'll define that trigger. It's F5. That's fine. I'll keep it. That works. So these are my snippets that I can have in order to do my transcript. So for instance, I'm going to be starting. I'll have just a little brief description on here. We're both Disney fans, so that's what our interview was. Then as you go in and you start your audio source, you want to start your actual transcription, you can just hit play. The nice thing about shortcuts is they have a toggle pause and play, which is your little tab button. So once you've hit play,
So we're sitting here with Erin and we're talking.
There it goes. So I just hit the tab button to pause it. So I'll do it a few more times just so you can kind of see and you can hear me talking.
Talking about Disney
Play, pause. Play,
we're both
pause.
very
Play,
big fans.
pause. And all I'm doing is tapping the tab key with my pinky. So we're at this very beginning. I'm going to put a timestamp in for me because I'm the first person talking. So I hit F6. It does a timestamp, and then that's the hyperlink that will bring me to that exact point in the text. So then as I'm typing, I can put what it is. So, blah, 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 blah. And then Erin starts speaking. So I timestamp her in with an F5. Oh, sorry. Well, we do a lot of laughing, so we'll do that. I timestamp her in with an what is she, 7? And then her timestamp is blah, 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 blah. And it can continue on as you go through. So the nice thing also about Inqscribe is as you're doing the tab pause and play, pause and play, you can also do a skip back. So let's say you are, a minute or a minute and a half in and you're typing, but then you realize you missed the last couple of sentences or the last couple of seconds of play. So as you're playing it, you can.
She's got a smile, but from above,
Control tab,
tree or something
and you've just gone back 8 seconds. So it goes back into what you're doing, so you can re-listen to that part. And same thing with these up top that you can edit your shortcuts. You can edit these as well. So if you didn't want Control Tab, you can just define your trigger as whatever you want it to be. So those are kind of the easiest things to do as you're going in. Now, obviously there are oodles and oodles and others, and this I would say is your best friend, because this helped me a lot too, is just looking at these various little tips. And if you go online too, Inqscribe has an online forum where it's basically any question that you could possibly ask, they walk you through it. So it's really a nice thing. So then when you're totally done with your transcript, you're going to want to save it. Obviously, like most things, you want to save it as. And since I have mine, the paid version, I can save it directly in here. So I'll just call it ED Disney. And it's saving it right into my Google Drive. So everything is set. And that way, when I X out of here, I can do whatever I need to do. And then this will always be in here as an Inqscribe. The one nice thing that Inqscribe does as well is when you're saving, let's say for instance, this was this one, then I have my next one. I don't want to have to redefine all of these. So I can go up here to edit snippets, and reset to defaults. And that way, everything that I've done here, when I go to my next transcript, I don't have to change everything that I had in there. I can just start over from fresh. So it depends on if you're doing a lot of the same ones, you might want to keep it. If it's something radically different, you might want to, change it as however you go. So that is Inqscribe. Hope it helps. If we have any questions, we can talk about it in class tomorrow because we're all learning together. Have a lovely day.